Hello, Verbling.com members. Welcome to another, it's incredible, another English class brought to you by Verbling.com. Verbling.com is where you can connect and practice with a native speaker instantly. My name is Geoff Watson. I originally come from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, but right now I am following the road less traveled, and I am living outside of my country in Chile, in South America, in their capital city, Santiago. And we have a couple of people joining us with their reservations, so welcome. And what I would like to do is to ask everyone to please download the transcript of the BBC podcast that we are going to be covering this class. And the file name is GWA10. And so we are going to be using that. My super student, Hamid, has posted the link for you as well in the Verbling chat box. And so what we are going to be doing is we're going to be reading the transcript, we are going to be listening to the podcast, and we are going to be talking about the idea of why do we as people, why do we in general enjoy watching movies that make us cry, that upset us. Okay? And so what I would like to do is to have people say hello and to tell me what kind of movies do you enjoy, and do you enjoy watching movies that are very emotional, etc. And so, great, let's start. Daniela, are you there? You need to turn on your microphone. I muted your microphone. Yes? So you need to click on the picture of your microphone. There's an, yes, good.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello. My name is Juan.
Juan. Yeah, great. And where are you connecting from, Juan?
I'm from Barranquilla, Colombia.
Okay, great. And what kinds of movies do you enjoy, and what kinds of emotions do you enjoy having while you're watching movies?
The movie drama.
Okay.
Drama is interessant. Enjoy. Interesting.
Interesting. Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Enjoy. I don't like other movie.
You don't like?
I don't like more movie.
Other
Only
movies?
Drama. Only drama.
Okay. Yeah. So you don't like other kinds of movies.
Yes.
You focus on drama movies that are interesting. Okay, that gets you thinking. All right, great, thank you. All right, and let's go on to Frank. Hello.
Hello, teacher. Nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you too.
This is my first class with you here in Verbling.
Great. Welcome.
I am from Italy. Thank you. I am from Italy, and I'm glad to be here. I think that Verbling, it's an awesome resource about English.
Yeah, and it's growing. Verbling has just started teaching Spanish, and I'm really excited about that because I need to practice my Spanish. So Verbling is growing. All right. So welcome, Frank.
Thank
What
you.
kinds of movies do you enjoy, and how do movies affect your emotions?
You know, I like let's say that I like all kinds of music if they are good movies. But
Okay.
indeed, drama movies, and comedy movies can make me cry.
Yeah.
Can make me
Okay.
cry.
Uh-huh.
My favorite are science fictions and thriller. But
Okay.
yes.
And can you think of an example of a movie that really touched you emotionally?
For example, lately, Story of Pi.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that, or I haven't read that book either. But yeah. Okay.
Not common
Okay.
plot, and I think it's a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah. And in English we say dramas and comedies when we're referring
Drama.
to those movies. So people often say, "Well, I really like dramas," or "I really like comedies," meaning comic movies or dramatic movies. All right, excellent.
Hmm.
And I'm going to pop you up on the screen. So so there's some theater was going on in one of your classes, Hamid, with Hina.
Yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
she is my fellow. This is the teacher on Verbling, correct?
yes.
Yeah.
And I suggested this class, and she will do.
Oh,
So, yes.
okay, great. Okay, all right, great. Yeah, she is another Canadian.
Yes. And
All right.
my second favorite teacher. First you, and second
Oh,
her.
oh, that's good. All right. Well, I'll have to email her about that.
Yes.
So please
And
introduce yourself to the new students and movies and
okay,
emotions.
I am Hamid from Turkey, and I like all kind of movies. It depends on my mood, but
Hmm.
especially I like science fiction and documentaries,
Okay.
especially scientific documentaries related to chemistry.
Oh, yeah. All right. And so, are you watching those in English or in your
Ye-
language?
yes, I watch in English, sometimes subtitle, sometimes no subtitle.
Okay. So, sorry, sometimes with the subtitle, or
Sometimes
most of the time, or sometimes what?
no subtitle nowadays.
No, sorry, I didn't understand you. So, most of the time, you watch the documentaries in English
Yes,
with subtitles or without?
so.
No, I don't understand. I'll come back to you. I'll come back to
Okay.
you. And yeah, and I'm going to work on your opening line too. Koji, are you there?
Yes, hi teacher.
Welcome.
Uh,
Where are you connecting from?
I'm from Brazil.
Great.
Uh,
I
uh,
like your photograph.
Thanks. It's in a hotel. How do I pronounce your name?
Yeah, it's Geoff.
Jeff.
And so I'm Canadian, and so my parents picked the British spelling for Jeffrey, but it's exactly the same. Well, I live in Canada, so my English is North American, so the pronunciation is the same,
Uh,
Jeffrey or Jeffrey, and short Geoff.
okay, Jeff. This is the first class I attend with you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now I'm glad to have you here.
Yeah, thanks.
So, how about the movies that you enjoy, and how do these movies affect your emotions?
Uh, in the last few years, I've been watching. I have watched films of art. I think
Ah,
it's what Yeah, what's called. I don't know why, but it's
art films.
art films. Yeah, art films. They have more slow. How can I say? They are slower than the other commercial films. They
Yes.
they try to show more specific details without so much effects, special effects.
Yes. Good.
And
Yeah, that sort of pure use of the cinema camera and.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
No, and what language? What language have these films been in?
Oh, many. They can be from Brazil, from Spain, from Italy, from Korea, from Russia, from everywhere.
France is known for movies like that as well. Yes.
Yes, France.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Great. Thank you. Welcome.
Okay.
Mohammed. Hello. Mohammed Dif Idrisi. Hello. Maybe we can hear you. Your volume is very, very low.
Hello.
Yes, Mohammed, we can hear you, but your volume is very low. I'm going to come back to you in 1 minute. Please try to improve your volume. Thank you. Omar, hello.
Hello, teacher. It's been a long time.
Hey, Omar, is this you?
Yeah, it's me, really.
Good. Yeah, I've been on vacation, so I was gone for a couple of weeks.
In Chile, also?
Yes. And so
okay.
Please
we're talking about movies, right?
Yeah. And emotions.
Okay. Hello, guys. My name is Omar. I am from Turkey. In my point of view, I'd like to watch the movies that touch my thoughts, my idea. I don't like to watch the movies that touch my feelings or emotion. For example, I prefer to watch documentary movies. The last movie I have watched was about Obama, a documentary about Obama's life. How was Obama since he was born till he got president? I think it's called Obama. If you know him, you love him, something like this. I don't remember the exact name. So it was based on a book, and then it was made into, how do we say this? It was a book, and then they made it a movie.
They made the book into a movie.
Okay.
They made the book into
a movie because it was, as they said, the book was bestseller.
Yeah. Okay.
It's an exciting book. However, when I want to have fun, I watch a comedy movie. I like to have fun. I don't like to watch any other movie.
Okay. So you don't like the emotional movies, but you like movies that have some content.
No, not at all. No.
Yeah. But you like movies that make you laugh.
Maybe, yeah, it's better. I feel laugh.
Yeah.
The best feeling is laughing and having fun.
And Banin, hello. Welcome. Banin? Yes, hello. Banin, are you there? And Deja Joseph, I'm sorry, you need to keep your microphone silenced, please. We are hearing an echo coming from your microphone. With the Google technology, you cannot hear the noise that you're creating. And so really everybody, I'm sorry, everyone needs to keep their microphone turned off because you cannot hear the noise that you're producing. And Mohammed, do you have your microphone working?
Hello?
Yes, excellent. Welcome. Where are you connecting from?
I'm from Morocco.
Great. And please tell us about your favorite movies and what kinds of emotions do you experience when you're watching movies?
I don't watch a lot of movies. I watch movies only when I like to sleep. It's, all of movies that I watched, just the Moroccan movies.
Yes, okay. And you watch them when you're in bed? You said something about going to sleep?
Yes, yes. I watch the films uh, only when I watch this, when I like to sleep.
Yeah, okay. So you watch them at night before going to sleep?
Yes,
Yeah, all right. And your national
but
movies, your
it's
Moroccan
only
movies?
for a short time.
Yeah, okay. Great, excellent. Okay, and so let's get started. Now, I hope that all of you have I hope that all of you have downloaded the document, GWA10.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is bring up a document on the screen that I have prepared. What we're going to do is to read the transcript first, and then this is a free podcast offered by BBC Learning English. And so what we're going to do is, after reading the transcript, we're going to listen to the podcast. And Hamid has reposted the link to the document in the Verbling chat box. All right, so let's get to work. Banin, are you there? Banin? Okay, I'm sorry, we cannot hear you. Juan, are you
Yes.
ready? Great. Could you please read the title and now I need you to read the text that is on the screen, please.
Rob,
So
hello.
yes, BBC Learning English.
Yes, yes, I am open. Rob, hello. I am Rob. Welcome to 6 Minute English. With me in the studio today, Phillip Sheppard. Excuse me, I no listen. No listen.
Okay, sorry. Juan, can you hear me?
So.
All right. Juan, on the screen, I have some text. Can you please read the text?
Yes, I read the text.
Okay, again, please. Yes.
Entonces comienza. Hello, I am Rob. Welcome to 6 Minute English. With me in the studio today is Phil. Excuse me,
Please continue.
teacher.
Yes, but Juan, please continue. Go ahead.
Today is Feifei Healthcare. Feifei, hi Rob. In today's program, we are discussing Phillip describe and why we actually enjoy watching something to make us burst into tears, or in other words, to cry aloud. And we'll also be looking at language associated with crying. So, crying aloud, surely this is something that you had don't feel painful.
Yeah, Feifei, which is her name,
Feifei?
is a name,
Feifei.
is someone's name. All right,
Yes.
let's stop there. Let me help you with the pronunciation. So, discussing films that make us cry. Program. This is the British spelling of the word program, but it has the same pronunciation. actually. So these are we actually, meaning we really enjoy. And to cry out loud is to make sound. And the pronunciation of surely, really it has an SH sound. It begins with an SH sound. Surely. Okay, great. And what I'm going to do is to move on to Deja Joseph. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes, could you please read the text that's on the screen?
Okay. Hello, I am Rob. Welcome to 6-Minute English.
Sorry,
With me in the...
on the screen it begins with Feifei. I'm afraid, yes, I have done that.
Yes, I'm afraid, yes, I have done that. Rob, is there a particular film that's made you cry? Feifei, I think Turner and Hawk. And how about you, Rob? Rob, well, being a man, up voicely, I would never cry. Well, almost. There is an old children film called The Railway Children. At the end, when the children's father returns from exile, his daughter runs down the station platform shouting, my daddy, that make me misty-eyed.
Okay, and I'm going to get you to stop there. Thank you. Let me help you with some pronunciation. Okay.
Yes.
And so, yes. So, obviously, and
obviously,
called, and exile. All right. And he is saying that this is British culture, saying that men do not cry. Well, almost never. I'm just going to get this person to mute their microphone. And so he's saying that he almost never cries at movies. But there was a children's movie that made him misty-eyed, which means that his eyes fill with tears. His eyes become moist or wet with tears. All right, excellent. And so let's move on. Frank, could you start with Feifei's line, "You big softy"?
Sure. Okay, Feifei, you big softy. Rob, I suppose I am. Now, Feifei, before we discuss this subject further, here is your question for today. Which film has won the most ever Oscar awards? A. Ben-Hur, B. Slumdog Millionaire, C. Gone with the Wind.
Please continue.
Feifei, I'm going to go for answer B. Slumdog Millionaire. Rob, okay, well, let's find out if you are right at the end of the program. Of course, the 85th Academic Awards, better known as the Oscars, were held recently, and there was one major weepy that won several awards.
Okay, and let's stop there. Thank you. And so, great. Let's go back to the pronunciation. And so I wanted to help with answer. The W is completely silent, and the end of the word really ends with sir, like when you're talking to a man who you respect. So answer. And 85th Academy Awards. and this is the American Academy, Film Academy, the Oscars. And I don't use this expression, but a weepy is a slang word. This is slang for a movie that makes you cry. Personally, I don't use that. Maybe it's more of a British slang expression.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Right?
Thank you.
And this is a very recent podcast. And just to let you know, a big softie is a person who is emotional. So we think of people being hard and non-emotional, or people being soft and being emotional. All right? And I recommend the movie, if people haven't seen it, Slumdog Millionaire. I really enjoyed that movie a lot. Ben-Hur and Gone with the Wind are older movies, but Slumdog Millionaire is a movie that I would recommend to you. All right, and so great job. Let's move on to Hamid. Could you begin with Feifei's line, a weepy?
Okay, Feifei, a weepy? You mean a film that makes us cry? Rob, yes. And that film was Les Miserables. I've seen it, and it really is a tearjerker. It literally causes tears to roll down our cheeks. So why do we choose to see a film or movie that makes us get so emotional? Feifei, I suppose it's the mark of a good film if it causes us to reveal our emotions. A really sad story, if it's well acted and directed, can really make us blub, another word for crying. And a sob story, one where a character tries to get our sympathy for him or her, can have the same effect. But what is it about a film that can makes us cry when we can't cry in real life?
Okay,
Rob.
so let's stop. Sorry, I'm going to get you to stop there. Thank you.
Okay.
This is a really difficult sound. In film, and so fill with the M sound. Film. Try it again, please.
Film.
Yes, good. Okay, there's no vowel. There's no other sound between the L and the M. Film. Now, a tearjerker, this is a term that I use. To jerk, in this sense, means to pull. So it literally pulls the tears out of your eyes. That's a tearjerker. So that's a movie that makes you cry. And then this is French. This is the famous French play. So my pronunciation of that would be Les Miserables, but that's English-French pronunciation. Les Miserables.
Its writer is Victor Hugo?
This is, I don't know, but this is the famous play. This is the famous book, the famous story. Yeah. And they have recently made a new movie, or they've made it into a movie, as Omar said. They've taken the book and the play. I know it's a very famous play, and they've made it into a movie. And it's a real tearjerker. It makes you cry. All right? And just if we say that a movie was well acted and directed, that's something that we say quite often. To sob and to blubber or blub. I don't say blub personally. I say blubber. Those are other words for crying. And then the CH in character is like a K. And so character. It's the K sound, character. All right, great. And then just this last line is, in Britain, people are emotionally strong and hard. People are respected for that. And so British people don't cry a lot in real life, but they cry at movies. And so that's what's curious here. That's what they're asking about. Why do British people cry at movies when they don't cry during real life? And so, Hermione, hello, welcome.
Hello, Geoff. Thank you very much.
Good. And just to let people know, where are you connecting from?
I'm from Armenia.
Okay. And so could you please read the next section of text that begins with Rob? Well.
Okay. Well, according to psychologist Dr. Avril Laman, we allow our emotions to be influenced when we watch a film. What word does she use to mean influenced?
Good.
Shall I continue?
Yeah. Could you please read what she says?
Okay. People want to have their emotions manipulated because then they are allowed to have them. We spend so much of our life being told you shouldn't feel like that, you don't feel like that, when in fact we do feel like that. And both the visual and the auditory allows us to know what emotions we are meant to feel.
Okay, great. Now let's stop there. These are the real words of the psychologist. And again, we're talking about British culture, which people it's not really acceptable to cry. And actually, the Queen of England, for example, is respected because she does not show emotions. She is very, very strong and formal. And so that's part of British culture. And so in Britain, people are told that they shouldn't feel sad. And that children are told, or people are told, that you don't feel sad when in fact they do feel sad. and so that's the idea, whereas people's emotions, especially sadness, are sort of controlled in Britain. And so British people love movies that make them cry because it gives them permission to cry. They are allowed to cry when they go see a movie. So it's sort of an outlet for them, a release of suppressed emotions. All right, and so great, thank you. And Jean-Marc, hello, how are you?
How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Very well, thank you.
Jean-Marc?
Yes,
you are connecting from France.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And
maybe in 3 weeks now, I'm going to London in Saturday.
In 3 weeks. Excellent.
Yes.
Great. Congratulations. And do you know the play Les Miserables?
Yes, I have seen in London in theater in London, Les Miserables.
In the theater, yes, it's a very famous play. Right.
No, the Miserables is a movie.
Yes, and now it is a movie, right?
But after in DVD, I buy a movie.
I'm sorry, what kind of movie?
But after the Miserables in DVD, I buy the DVD of the Miserables.
Okay, great. Yes, excellent. All right, so then. Jean-Marc, could you please read starting at Feifei? So, Dr. Avril.
Look in your mouth, please. Look in your mouth while I start.
Okay.
Look in your mouth, please.
No, do you see the text on the screen, Jean-Marc?
Rub. I have rub.
Well, it begins with Feifei. So Dr. Avril Laman says.
Okay. So Dr. Avril Laman says, okay, I understand now. So Dr. Avril Laman says we like to have our emotion manipulated, influenced by a film. In real life, we are told how you should feel. My correction is good or not good?
Yes, okay, so let me help you. Manipulated with an A sound.
Manipulated.
Yes, and influenced with a T. Influenced.
Influenced.
Okay,
Excellent.
and
Right.
yeah, excellent. Thank you. Those are great. Welcome. And then Koji.
Yes.
Yes, could you read the next paragraph that begins with Rob, please? And then Koji.
But
Yes. Yes, could you read the next paragraph that begins with Rob, please? Koji, are you there? Okay, we're having some connection problems. So, Michele.
Hi, teacher.
Yes, hello, welcome. How are you?
it's very bad.
And so, could I get you to read the next selection, please?
I will try.
But, oh, Coach is here.
No, but sorry. Go ahead, Michele. And I'll go back to him next time.
That's okay. But when watching a film at the cinema, for example, we can let our emotion loose. But there is something else in a film that affects our emotions and gives us goosebumps, or a feeling that makes our hair stand on the end. No, sorry, stand and the end.
Stand up on end.
It's a sing-songy.
Yeah.
Or feeling that makes our hair stand on end. We get little bumps on our skin.
Yes, great. Sorry, thank you. Now, so this is goosebumps. So when something scares us or surprises us or really inspires us, we get goosebumps. When and let me just turn off the screen share for a second. This is when your hair stands up on end and you get little bumps on your skin.
Oh, I got it.
So you feel the hair standing up on end and you get the little bumps from excitement. All right,
Yes.
those are goosebumps.
As an angry cat.
Okay, like an angry cat, yeah, that
Yeah.
has its hair stand up on end. Good. And then Koji, are you there? Okay. Yeah.
I will give my video where I going to London. Is in YouTube.
Oh, okay. Could you put the link in the Verbling chat box, Jean-Marc?
Yes, of course.
Okay, excellent.
I
Great.
go to.
Sorry, I'm going to keep moving on. Koji, are you there? Okay, no. And so, Renato, hello. Renato, are you there?
Hello.
Good. Please try to improve your volume. Where are you connecting from?
Okay.
Where are you connecting from?
I'm from Brazil.
Great. All right. And so could you please read the text that is on the screen?
Oh.
Renato, can you please read the words that are on the screen?
Wolves.
Yes, the text. It begins with Feifei. Yes, Dr. Lehman.
These two gems, like the music in the Jaws movies, although that's not really a tearjerker.
Okay, tearjerker. And could you go back to the beginning? Feifei, yes, Dr. Lehman says. All right, Renato, I'm going to move on, but great. You can listen, and I'll come back to you next turn. Thank you. So, Juan, are you there?
Yes.
Good. Juan, could you please read the text that is on the screen? It begins with Feifei. Yes, Dr. Lehman says.
Yes, Dr. Lemon says there are visual and auditory clues to provoke our feelings, such as the style of pictures and the music or sound effects that are used. Rob, mimics change you to jazz, to Joe.
Jaws.
Like the music into jazz, like the music into Joe movie. Although they are not really a tearjerker. Feifei,
Tear.
come
Tearjerker.
and Rob.
Sorry, I'm going to get you to stop there. Thank you. Let me help you with
Okay.
your pronunciation. Says. Says. In
Says.
English, I would write it this way. Oh, sorry. What's happening? Says. What? What's going on? Hold on. There. This is the pronunciation. Says. Dr.
Says.
Beeman says. And to provoke. Provoke.
Provoke.
With a strong O sound. And theme. The
Theme.
music. And the movie Jaws about the shark. About the whole
Okay,
shark.
thank you.
Yeah, great. And so obviously the music in a movie has a lot to do with the impact that it has on our emotions. And he's mimicking the theme from Jaws. So he's going to be going da dun 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 like that. Geoff, could you read the text that's on the screen now, please?
He dropped out.
He's gone.
Geoff.
Sorry, yes, Hamid?
He dropped out.
Yes, okay, sorry. and Frank, go ahead, please.
Okay, from Feifei, okay.
Please.
Come on, Rob. I bet you cried at the scary bit. Rob, I told you, man, don't cry. Also, there is one film that has had ground men crying their hearts out, hearts out, which means they've been crying uncontrollably. That's the film Toy Story 3. Feifei, really? Rob, yes. I don't think it's because the film is sad, but because watching it makes men nostalgic about their youth, and perhaps they can see their kids reflected in the story too.
Okay, and sorry, I'm going to get you to stop there. Excellent. And so again, another comment that men don't cry in British society, and really it's the same in American and Canadian society. If you're crying your heart out, that means you're fully crying, uncontrollably. And in English, we have an expression, to see a grown man cry. And so this is an adult man crying, which is really a very unlikely situation to see a grown man cry. And so the movie Toy Story 3, which is not sad, but it makes men think of their own childhood and think of their own children, right? The Toy Story movies, very, very famous. And so, great. Hamid, could you please read this next selection for us?
Can you say beginning?
Yeah, it's Feifei. Well, I bet these men...
Just a minute.
No problem.
Can you say again the beginning? Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I bet these men were crying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Feifei. From beginning.
Please, Feifei. Well, I bet.
Well, being a man, obviously, I would never cry. Well, almost. There is an old children's film called The Railway Children.
Okay, sorry. No, Hamid, you need to move forward quite a bit. So move down the document quite a bit.
Okay, well, according to psychologists.
Sorry, no, keep going.
Okay,
a
okay,
bit.
I found.
Yeah. Well, I
Feifei.
bet these men were crying alone.
Okay, okay, sorry. Feifei, well, I bet these men were crying alone. They wouldn't want to be seen crying in public. Rob, well, not according to Phillip Sheppard, who composes or writes film music. He thinks letting our feelings out, he calls it catharsis, is better in a group.
Yeah, and yeah, please go ahead with what Phillip Sheppard says.
Okay. All of us sort of need to find a catharsis, especially within a group, to have this sort of place to have an emotional response. It ends up being something where you need to have that kind of release. As British people, we are terribly bad at it, I think. But when people find an outlet for it, such as a film, especially when they are in a crowd, people's emotional responses are much more instantaneously responsive.
Instantaneously?
Can you say again?
Yeah, instantaneously. Instantaneously.
Instantaneously.
Okay, and now we're running out of time, so we'll have to move quickly. Personally, I do not use the word catharsis. That is sort of a technical word, but I do say that people need to let their feelings out. So you cannot hold your feelings in. You need to let your feelings out. And it's sort of strange that in society, British society, where people are not really emotional, they go in public and they go where a group of people are and they cry and they yell and they laugh and scream. It's sort of interesting that people do that in public. All right, and so let's move on here. And so, Jean-Marc, hello. Jean-Marc, are you ready? Okay, we don't hear from you, Jean.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, I am here.
And I'm sorry, I'm going to say hello to Andrea. Hello, Andrea.
Hello.
Yes, welcome. I'm sorry, but you need to keep your microphone muted, please. We can actually hear you breathing.
Okay.
With the Google Hangout, you cannot hear the sound that you're making. And so, great. I'll be back to you soon. Jean-Marc?
Yes.
Rob. So he says...
Rob, so he said, okay. Rob, so she says, we all need to find
catharsis
being in a group is a good place for letting your emotion out when you watch a film with other you real to other people emotional response.
Yes, good. Now let me help you with your pronunciation.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, no, okay. So catharsis.
What is it?
Sorry, catharsis.
Catharsis.
Place. Place. Okay. Others.
Other.
And peoples.
People.
Okay. And practice responses.
Responsive.
Good. Excellent. Okay, great. And back to you, Michele. Could you read the next selection, please?
Yes. Feifei. So, if one person cries, then other people will start to cry too. Unless you're British, of course. That's what Phillip Sheppard thinks. And we could say it's a crying shame, meaning it's regrettable or it's an unfortunate situation. Feifei. Okay, Rob. Well, let's not cry over spilled milk. Rob. Who?
Okay, good. And let's move on. And so, hello, Andrea. Could you tell everyone where you are connecting from?
Hello. Okay, I am from Colombia. I am in Bogota.
Okay, good. And could you read the text that's on the screen?
Okay. Feifei, let's not get upset over something quite small. Could I just have the answer to today's questions, please? Something that can be fixed. Rob, yes, of course. Earlier, I asked you which film has won the most over Oscars. Feifei, and I say Slumdog Millionaire. Rob, and you were wrong. The answer was Ben-Hur. The 1959 film has won 11 awards. The same number has also been won by Titanic and The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Rob, thanks, Feifei. Well, it's a crying shame, but we're out of time. Please join us again soon.
Okay, and we'll stop there because I need to play the the podcast. The pronunciation of this word in English is said, and so that's the pronunciation. And so the movie was Ben-Hur that has won 11 Oscars, right? And the expression "crying over spilt milk," in my opinion, and actually it's also in the podcast, is crying over something that can't be fixed, that can't be changed. All right, great. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the screen share. I hope that people have been able to download the document, and let's play the podcast that we just read.
Hello. Excuse me. I have links for you. Thanks for you of my video.
6 Minute English from bbclearningenglish.com.
Hello, I'm Rob and welcome to 6 Minute English. With me today in the studio is Feifei. Hello there.
Hi Rob.
In today's programme we're discussing films that make us cry and why we actually enjoy watching something that makes us burst into tears, or in other words, to cry out loud. And we'll also be looking at the language associated with crying. So, crying out loud, surely this is something that you've done, Feifei?
I'm afraid, yes, I have done that.
Is there a particular film that's made you cry?
I think it'll have to be the film Turner and Hooch. And how about you, Rob?
Well, being a man, obviously, I would never cry. Well, almost. There is an old children's film called The Railway Children, and at the end, when the children's father returns from exile, his daughter runs down the station platform shouting, "My daddy, my daddy!" That really makes me misty-eyed.
Oh, you big softy.
I suppose I am. Now, Feifei, before we discuss this subject further, here's your question for today. Which film has won the most ever Oscar awards? Is it A, Ben-Hur, B, Slumdog Millionaire, or C, Gone with the Wind?
I think I'm going to go for answer B, Slumdog Millionaire.
OK, let's find out if you're right at the end of the programme. Of course, the 85th Academy Awards, better known as the Oscars, were held recently, and there was one major weepie that won several awards.
A weepie? You mean a film that makes us cry?
Yes, and that film was Les Miserables. I've seen it, and it really is a tearjerker. It literally causes tears to roll down our cheeks. So why do we choose to see a film or a movie that makes us get so emotional?
Well, I suppose it's the mark of a good film if it causes us to reveal our emotions. A really sad story, if it's well acted and directed, can really make us blub, another word for crying. And a sob story, one where a character tries to get sympathy for him or her, can have the same effect. But what is it about a film that makes us cry when we can't cry in real life?
Well, according to psychologist Dr. Avril Limon, we allow our emotions to be influenced when we watch a film. What word does she use to mean influenced?
People want to have their emotions manipulated because then they're allowed to have them.
Yeah.
We spend so much of our life being told you shouldn't feel like that, you don't feel like that, when in fact we do feel like that. And both the visual and the auditory allows us to know what emotion we're meant to feel.
So Dr. Evra Limon says we like to have our emotions manipulated, influenced by a film. In real life, we're told how we should feel.
But when watching a film at the cinema, for example, we can let our emotions loose. But there is something else in the film that affects our emotions and gives us goosebumps, or a feeling that makes our hair stand on end and we get little bumps on our skin.
Yes, Dr. Limon says there are visual and auditory clues that provoke our feelings. So that's the style of the pictures and the music, or sound effects, that are used.
Like the music in the Jaws movie, although that's not really a tearjerker.
Oh, come on, Rob. I bet you cried at the scary bits.
I told you, men don't cry. Although there is one film that has had grown men crying their hearts out, which means they've been crying uncontrollably. That's the film Toy Story 3.
Really?
Yes. I don't think it's because the film is sad, but because watching it makes men nostalgic about their youth, and perhaps they can see their kids reflected in the story too.
Well, I bet these men were crying alone. They wouldn't want to be seen crying in public.
Well, not according to Phillip Sheppard, who composes or writes film music. He thinks letting our feelings out, he calls it catharsis, is better in a group.
All of us need to sort of find a catharsis, especially within a group, to have this sort of place to have an emotional response. It ends up being something where you need to have that kind of release. As British people, we're terribly bad at it, I think. But when people find an outlet for it, such as a film, especially when they're in a crowd, people's emotional responses are much more instantaneously kind of responsive.
So he says we all need to find a catharsis. Being in a group is a good place for letting your emotions out. When you watch a film with others, you react to other people's emotional responses.
So if one person cries, then other people will start to cry too. Unless you're British, of course.
That's what Phillip Sheppard thinks. And we could say it's a crying shame, meaning it's regrettable or it's an unfortunate situation.
OK, Rob. Well, let's not cry over spilt milk.
Huh?
Let's not get upset over something quite small. Can I just have the answer to today's question, please?
Yes, of course. Earlier I asked you which film has won the most ever Oscars.
And I said Slumdog Millionaire.
And you were wrong. The answer is actually Ben-Hur. The 1959 film has won 11 awards. The same number has also been won by Titanic and Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Well, Feifei, before we go, please could you remind us of some of the crying-related words and phrases that we've heard today?
Sure. We heard burst into tears, misty-eyed, a weepy, tearjerker, blub, a sob story, goosebumps, crying their hearts out, it's a crying shame, cry over spilt milk.
Thanks, Feifei. Well, it's a crying shame, but we're out of time. Please join us again soon for 6 Minute English from BBC Learning English. Bye.
That was 6 Minute English from bbclearningenglish.com.
This is All Things.
Hello.
Yes, hello, Jean-Marc.
I have a video for you.
Okay, please put the video link in the Verbling chat box, Jean-Marc.
It's not possible because the server is not working.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. All right. And so what I wanted to do was to get a final comment from people. And so, Andrea, what do you think of this idea? Movies and emotions. Do you enjoy crying at a movie?
No, I not enjoy, but I love music, and there is a relationship between music and movies. And for example, The Miserables is a novel, and connection between the literature with the music. It touched my heart, no?
Yeah, sure. No, that's what we say. Yeah, good. No, and that's one story where if you're interested in that story, you can read the book, you can watch the movie, you can go see the play, you can listen to the songs and the music because it's a musical. And so that's what I recommend to all my students, is find something that you love, something that you're interested in, and explore it and listen to it, read it, see it. Yeah, great, excellent. And Juan, hello. A final comment from you, please.
I'm listening to Miss Dialogue.
Yes, the dialogue. So you could not hear the dialogue?
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah. So.
Please repeat question.
Yes. Please make a comment. Go ahead. Tú podrías hacer un comentario, algo así, para terminar la clase.
Ya, okay. No, the teacher, you is very good. Very good. I like you, the class.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. And Frank, a final comment from you?
Okay, I think that, of course, not always, not all the time, but sometimes in a good story, in a good plot, certainly can be healthy, some tears.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, great. Yeah, excellent. And Hamid, a final comment from you?
Crying is crying. And sometimes even boys cry, and it is healthy for reduces stress level.
Now, there are a lot of positive benefits to crying, absolutely. Yeah, right, yes. Great. And Jean-Marc, a final comment from you, please?
Yes, that is very good.
Well, thank you, Jean-Marc. And Jean-Marc, I'm going to create my Facebook page today.
Okay, okay. After, because I have problem because I have not your Gmail. I have not your Gmail address.
Okay, so you can send me your movie link of your trip to London.
Okay.
All right. Keep practicing your English, Jean-Marc. You need
yes. Next week you have your page. Next week you have your page Facebook.
Well, hopefully today. Okay. All right. So thanks to everyone. Thank you for joining the class.
Thank you,
teacher. See you, teacher.
We'll see you. We'll see
Bye,
you soon.
everyone.
Remember to study English that makes you happy, makes you laugh, makes you cry. Right? Study English that's emotional, that's interesting, that's fun.
Yes.
Okay.
Bye.
All the best.